can see that, so that's good. I'm going to see if this works better, Jeff. I'm not going to show each slide. I think when I was doing that, for some reason, I've noticed other people on webinars not doing that. And there must be a bandwidth thing, or I did it with just a couple things open. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and get started if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, so we're here. We're talking about social media marketing for companies. We appreciate you guys coming on today, sharing your lunchtime hour with us. Hopefully, you are eating lunch. That'll be good for you. Give you the fuel to keep pushing forward. So if you haven't had go grab a banana or an apple or something so you can get through this thing. We'll give you some great ideas today on social media marketing. And as we go, make sure you plug in questions into the chat window. If you have any questions or challenges that you've experienced, just drop them in there, and we'll go ahead and try to cover those as we go throughout the day. And if you have questions in between, feel free to shoot them out too, and we'll answer them as they come in, and make this as interactive and beneficial for you as possible. If there's something that you gather from the conversation that you'd like to hear more of the next time, feel free to shout that out as well too in the chat, and we'll go ahead and put that on the board for future webinars. But appreciate everybody's time today, and I'm going to turn it over to Doug, who's put together this great presentation. Doug's from See You on Top Consulting. He's our Kawapi Talk dude on Mondays. And Doug, what you got for us?
All right, thanks, Jeff. I'm going to be talking about social media marketing today, and just kind of go over what I plan on talking about. I'm going to talk about what is social media marketing, who cares. I'm going to talk about some 7 secrets to effectively using social media marketing for your business. I'm going to talk about some FAQs that a lot of businesses, a lot of people have asked about the topic. If anybody, as Jeff mentioned in the beginning, if anybody has questions, feel free to jump in at any time. And Jeff will alert me, and we can, as I'm talking, we can answer your questions. I'm going to do more hands-on this time. I'm going to jump on out and show everyone several things that I've done as far as a demo with Facebook and marketing, and also show some cool software at the end, something that I'm going to be launching. It's a survey software I'm going to share with the group, with the co-op group, and then eventually, probably in the next month or two, launch it to the public. But give you guys kind of first look at the software and want to get your opinions of it. It's going to be interesting, and I want to see what everyone's opinion is. It's a survey software. It's going to help you engage with people on social media. So we'll go ahead and get started with what is social media marketing?
Hey, real quick, Doug, before we get going, there's 2 questions that have been asked, so just to kind of set the stage.
Sure.
How to create a social media presence without spending tons of money is one question, and lead capture tips from social media is another one. So if you have more questions, obviously post them. These were posted in the Q&A section. It doesn't matter. Do it there or do it in the chat window, and we'll try to cover these.
Yeah, those are both great questions, and I'm going to cover both of those. I'm going to actually, when I talked about the demo part, I'm actually going to show you 4 ways that you can do, and they're totally free. You don't have to spend money on Facebook ads. You can do this in groups and do this on pages. Yes, you can boost the post, with a Facebook ad, but I've done this a couple times, this sort of thing, these free things in the co-op group. And so I'll show you how to do that here shortly. So let's talk about a few things, and we can get to more questions and show you some demo things here that I'm going to do. But what is social media marketing? Used for a number of things. You can use it to promote your services, events, products. I know I've used the Facebook events section to promote my webinars. Have done well promoting them that way. I've promoted some software products through Facebook. So there's lots of ways that you can promote your products and services. You can pursue your branding goals. You can increase your market awareness. You can efficiently reach and engage more people. Again, I'll show you how to engage people on Facebook here shortly, and drive more business, increase your sales. So several things that you can do with social media. So who cares? Some stats that I found that I'd share with everybody. 73% of online adults use social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So it's not just a kids thing. It started with Facebook, Zuckerberg college, and started something for colleges, and now it's probably more of an adult thing than a teen or a young adult thing.
Yeah, I believe he started it to get a girlfriend, but that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think that's how he started it. Took off and became a millionaire with it. So, whereas people, on Facebook alone, there's over 1.7 billion users now. So, I mean, I see at least every other day, they're doing commercials for Facebook Live. So that's their big thing, and they're just getting more and more people using the platform every day through commercials and through people using the platform. Americans spend 0.5 billion hours on Facebook in 2016. So a lot of hours last year were spent on Facebook alone. Some of the benefits of social media marketing: you can use it to build relationships and influence, increase your conversions, gain new customers. You've heard me talk about conversions a lot, and if you're just posting, you're putting out videos, and it's not turning into sales, or you're not getting anything out of it, then it's a fun place to be on Facebook. But if you're using it for business, it's all about conversions. Some other things you could do: increase customer loyalty, increase more or generate more revenue, proactively address complaints. That's a good point there. I've been a member of several groups, and I've seen, for say software groups, for instance, the owner of the group has come in and proactively talked about an issue. So rather than clogging up, seeing negative things, in the group, he's proactively addressed issues. So, I mean, that's a great way to, in a group or on a page, to use social media to your advantage. Some other things: you can build brands, gather market intelligence cheaply, and I'm going to show you some ways to use surveys, with that regard to gather market intelligence here towards the end.
And as we're talking, make sure you tell us what you're doing with it right now.
Yeah, definitely. If you're using social media for a certain way, we can specifically talk about it. So increase your brand, boost website traffic. It's a great way, using Facebook, for instance, to put posts out to drive traffic to your website. And as I mentioned, promoting events, webinars, special offers. I've used the events feature several times to promote my webinars to the group, and starting to use it, doing more and more webinars for different groups, and it's been a great way to connect with different Facebook groups and get what I'm doing out through webinars, through events that people have set up. Either I've set up in my own groups, or through joint ventures with people. So it's a great way to do that. So some other went through that. So buyer expectations. So what are people talking about? What do people expect through social media marketing, or of their social media marketing? 93% of customers expect that companies should have a social presence. More and more companies are using it to get out, what they do, a product or service. 85% expect companies to interact with them on social channels. So, you could just use Jeff and Lisa, for example. They're on it several times a day, making posts They're not letting just the people in the group, which is great, interact, but you'll see Jeff and Lisa post several times a day, so they're interacting with our group on a daily basis. And what's working, 96% of businesses, owners, marketers use social media marketing. 92% of social businesses say that social media marketing is important for their business. 89% of marketers have indicated that social media efforts are increasing their exposure for their business. And then more and more people are using Facebook ads. I've dabbled on it a little bit myself and have helped other people, set up their ads, and it's, they're changing things up, and it's getting more and more easy to target, people, everything from, what people make, what people's ages are, what are their activities. You can really target people and put out what you do to the people that can really use your product or service. And Facebook ads are a great way to target people.
Yeah. So most of the people, I'd be curious to know, like, when it comes to promoting your company, are you utilizing the Facebook ad feature, or are you advertising to your business pages, just like in a post, or to your friends or followers? I'd love to hear what people are doing, and I'll kind of share my perspective too. I don't know if you have any thoughts around that, Doug, as far as like when people are using social media, or if we're going to get into that, how to properly do it so that they can maximize the benefits of doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I keep using the word targeting. It's all about targeting, because if you put an ad out, for whatever, and you just target everybody, and everybody from ages 10 to 100, and you don't target a certain audience, and you drill down. It's all about drilling down and finding the core, who's really going to be interested in your specific product or service, because a lot of people are not doing them correctly and are not seeing results, is they're not targeting people. They're making their ads too general, is what I've seen. I mean, I know, because I've tested. I've had bad ads, and it's all about testing and targeting, and just changing things up. And there's things, just recently, and I can do a whole webinar just on targeting Facebook ads. But something I've done is email addresses. You can scrape and get a bunch of email addresses. This is something that a lot of people don't realize. You could create a targeted audience and put emails in, of say a group of 5,000 or 2,000 people. So you're targeting specific groups. I mean, you could go in and drill down in the audience section of the Facebook ad platform and target it, but you can actually take and put in a whole group of people, and their email addresses, and put that right in and target, people that way. So that's an awesome, great way, and I'm doing more and more of that.
Somebody just posted, and they said they're not using Facebook ads. They're posting on page and creating curiosity. And so what I see a lot of, just with what we do, like in the co-op and whatever, is, you got people that are targeting their followers, or they're targeting maybe the groups that they're involved with. And I think it's really important for people to understand how to do that. And it all depends on their level of engagement. When people are engaged, they're going to listen to you. And when they're not going to listen. So, when it comes to advertising, to me, the best form of advertising on social media is to drive engagement around something that people care about. You see so many people that are desperately clinging to, somebody just to respond. Like, and I've seen it all the time, and maybe you guys have some examples too, but, like, what do you like to put on your toast best? And, and you're a, HR consultant or whatever, it's like, that's not the kind of engagement you want to have to drive people into your funnel and generate business. It may make you feel good because, people are commenting on that and having a little bit of fun, but that doesn't drive people to, what you're trying to influence people with on a daily basis. So, I mean, when you look at advertising in general online, and a lot of people use it because they don't have to pay much for it, right? Unless they're doing Facebook ads. You got to really understand how people become engaged and guide down into your sales funnel. So I'd be really curious to know what that means, like posting on page and creating curiosity in terms of the kind of business you have, and maybe we can help you. So
that's a good point. Engagement, target, and number two, engagement. Engagement, I think, is almost as important. Target is good with ads, but especially if you don't want to spend money on ads, engaging correctly on your page or group will do a lot. I mean, if you and I'm going to share with you some things on how you can do a lot of free methods with that regard. But if you engage people and you ask them to share out your page, or if you're in a group, share out whatever, and it's targeted and you're giving value, you're going to see your page take off. And I mean, I'm going to show you an example here shortly of a page that's fairly new. I kind of put it on hold, and I'm going to show you how you can engage and get people commenting and increase your fan numbers. This is one case where if you're new and you've got a new page, likes, we do say a lot, Jeff and I, likes aren't important, but when you're starting new, you can increase your fan page with engagement, and I'm going to show you ways to do that. But then use eventually call to action. So once you've got the likes and the fan page, fan interaction and on your page, then it's about turning that people into ideally customers or taking people to the next step, whatever you want them to do. So people, you got I say naysayers, and a new word, my $10 word of the day, Jeff, is Pollyannas. You heard of that word?
What did you call that?
Pollyannas.
Pollyannas. No.
Yeah, what a Pollyanna is, it's someone who likes to talk positively. So you got the negative Nellies here, naysayers, and the Pollyannas. That's my new word of the day, is Pollyanna. So the naysayers say social media is a waste of time. It's only for young people. ROI can't be measured. It's easy. It's easy. I'll just give it to my intern or give it to my my brother or my kid to do. Social media is no place for business. And Pollyannas, the people that think positively, realize social media is in some cases starting to replace real life networking. You want to get out and network and come to the co-op events and go to different networking events, but in a lot of cases social media is the place to network. And number two, it's starting to replace websites. It's great to have a website to show off your product or service, but more and more people are just starting with a fan page. You don't have to necessarily have expensive or spend a lot of time right at the beginning, especially if you're starting out in a new business. It's a great way to start out on social media before making the jump to a website. Social media is free. You can do Facebook ads, but you can start off with several free methods, and a few of which I'll show you here in a second. Social media targets or gets immediate results, and isn't the answer for a lot of people. And then some challenges the people overcome: lack of resources to maintain consistent effort, perceived as being too difficult, hard to measure the ROI, and then just coming up with effective method. There's some of the challenges that I've encountered myself, and people have come to me with their challenges and issues. And so then I'll share some secrets, call them my 7 secrets. Number one, and we've talked about this already, is engagement. Wow, big secret, right? But it's all about being social. It's all about interacting. and being relevant, on your pages and in your group. As Jeff said, don't post it and talk about toast when you're selling, shoes. Have some posts and items talking about what you do and make it relevant to your target, to your audience. Customers want to get a sense of people behind their business and see who they're talking with and who they're buying from. Don't try to automate this. Yes, you can use some software which I have used, to make some posts and automate that, but really, connect on a daily basis with your people on your page and your group.
That's a good point right there in terms of automation. And there's a lot of tools out there to automate social media posts.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can't automate engagement,
exactly,
you cannot do it. You can try it, and it's good that you're doing the activity to basically post as frequent as the social media experts tell you should be posting. But I'm going to tell you from personal experience, the only way to engage is to be actively engaged. And it's worth it. It's highly worth it. Because that's where all the organic activity comes from. So don't automate your engagement.
Yeah, content, on updates and news reports, those are helpful articles. That's a good way to automate that part. But maybe just do that a little bit. But the big thing is really talking to people, engaging people, and keeping them involved in your business, on your pages and in your groups. And that's something you can't really automate. Don't want to automate. Mm-hmm. So a few other things: post regularly. Try to. I'll give you an example, and I need to do more of is posting more for my webinars. I try to do it at least a couple times a day, but maybe I can add in, and I'm starting to do more and more of this and sharing this with people that I work with is do little snippet videos. So make short 2-minute videos and post them about your product or service on your page or in groups, and do this 2 or 3 times a day. So the more you get out, about what you do and your product or service, the more people you're going to engage with, and more people are going to, buy your product or service. So post a variety of things. I mentioned video. We talked about video last time being hot. So if you can use images, that's great. Use pictures, use text, use different content, when you're posting is a good idea. And it doesn't have to be anything Hollywood, in your videos. It's as simple as a good example is I took 2 seconds. I didn't, or 2 minutes, rather. I didn't, I didn't edit it. I didn't use any fancy video equipment. I just turned on my Jing, my free software, for 2 minutes and gave an overview of what we were going to cover on the webinar. And I put that on a page and posted it. So little video snippets is a great way, and didn't take more than 2 minutes of my time. Yeah, it took a few extra minutes to put it, a minute or two to put it into a page, so that would convert. People saw the video and then clicked on. Several people signed up, at the last minute, by seeing a little snippet. So, video is a great way to do that. So be real. Be human, listen for comments from customers and respond quickly. Engage in conversation on social media. Don't just broadcast. Don't just show, what I've heard the comments, show up and throw up. Don't just show up, engage. Don't just throw up your ideas. Make it conversational. Make it a two-way conversation with people in your pages and in your groups. Run social promotions, contests. And I'm going to show you an idea of it's similar to a contest, just using surveys here in just a minute or two. But this is a great way to engage people about your brand. People love to win prizes, and if you do it right, it's a great way to build an email list. Number 5, again, just mentioned the previous email list. It's a great idea to post a video or post some images, some great information but if you can add a tweak and use a page and collect an email, I mean, that's really key. It's, again, it's all about, conversions. And so this is a great way to convert the people that are seeing your posts into email subscribers. Number 6, diversify. So don't just. I've talked a lot about Facebook, but try to use as many platforms as you can. Instagram is getting more and more hot social media platform. YouTube, that's huge. If you can get people to subscribe to your YouTube, create a YouTube channel if you don't have one, and then get people to go there, that's great. And Pinterest is starting to take off. And then number 7, as we mentioned, advertise if you can. And it doesn't have to be hundreds and hundreds of dollars a day or a week or a month. I usually start off and testing my Facebook ads with just about $3 to $5, and then scale it down, a day. So you can do that, and you don't have to do it all month. So just start off if you do want to try some Facebook ads. For instance, just start off with a small amount and then just tweak it as you go. So frequently asked questions that people ask. More than half of marketers who've invested at least 2 years in social media report partnerships were gained. So if people, ask, how much time do I need to invest? People are seeing great partnerships. I've partnered with several people in a co-op, and I know Jeff does it on a daily basis, through engagement on in his group, and then it doesn't take a lot of time. More than, as they say, a statistic, more than half of people investing in as little as just 6 hours a week, we're able to build new partnerships. So it doesn't take, a lot of your time on a daily basis. Just do a little bit, and you're going to see results. And then how much time do I need to spend? As I mentioned, 79% of businesses spending as little as 6 hours a week have seen increased traffic to their websites. So, that just tells you that 6 hours goes a long way. So another question that people ask is, what's the best platform to use? And, that really depends on several things, but you can look at your users, who's your customers, who are your competitors, see what they're doing. That's a great way to get ideas from your competitors and not not exactly duplicate what they're doing, but get an idea of what's working, and go from there. And one trick is to use the search function, which I use a lot, Facebook. Put some keywords and find out what people are doing. Find out your competitors and see what's hot, what's new say on Facebook. And then consider multiple channels. So use Facebook. LinkedIn is great. I do a little bit with that. Google Plus, Twitter. So try to change things up if you can. So I'm going to just skip to some hands-on here, Jeff. If anybody got any questions, I'll only go out of here. I want to show a couple things, free ways that you can engage people on Facebook. First,
if you have any questions, let us know as we go, and we'll be sure to answer those.
Pull my notes so we don't miss a trick or two. But the first is the message trick, and this is simple. You can do on a page or a group. Again, a great way for. Let me see if I can find have that up. I'll just do it right here and then just back it off. But basically just, ask a question. Hey, who would like to find out how to get free for me? I might do something like this. I've done this in the past. Who would like to win a free copy, a free month or two of some software? just message me back, and post that, or send me a text. And then when people do that, you just message them back. I mean, how simple is that? Just message them back and say, hey, thanks for your interest in my new software. If you could, before I give the software to you, if you could please, share out my fan page. And just think about that. If you get 5 people that message you back, on an evening, do this at 7 or 8 at night, and people are active on Facebook. If you get just, a small handful of people that message you back, and you just ask them, hey, I'll get you the software. Can you do me a favor and share out my fan page? And then boom, you might have, 10, 20, 30 new people, new fans on your page just by doing that. It's simple, easy to do, free. Yes, you can actually boost that post and get that out to more people, but maybe email, and I think I've included this in here, but something I've done is email people, or if you've got the software, you could do it manually, but text people, send out 50 emails, the same question, would you like to test out my new software? If so, send me a message on Facebook, and again, people will message you back or text you back, and then again, just ask them to share out your fan page, and watch the number of fans increase. It was simple. It just took a few minutes to do, and it's a great way to build up your fan page. A couple other things is the comment trick, and I've done this a couple times in our group. I think I'm on the group here. I thought I would do this live. Is just do it and see who responds. Who would like to get in the co-ops about, giving something of value for free, sharing what you do. And that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a free month of the survey software. And we'll get to showing this off here in a second, but I mean, this is something that normally would be, if I'm going to sell for $57 setup and about $20 a month, but I'm going to give this away for free, and we'll see how it progresses. But who would like to get a free survey software for Facebook to help you engage with your audience and increase your email list? And just put that out there. And something I forgot, let me edit it. Just comment and tell me some ways you might use this survey software. So you might use surveys to help your business. So this is a great way to engage with your people on your fan page, or in this case, the group. And then, I've done this, and again, we're doing this in the middle of the day, but try to do it anytime, but do it 7, 8 at night when a lot of people are more engaged, on Facebook. And I've done this, a number of times. You get 20, 30 people commenting, and you interact with people then. Let me just see, let me refresh it. You'll get comments, you'll get questions, and Jeff's probably like, man, you just clogged up my page, but you can do this more, do this more on your own fan page, especially, but you could do this, something like this and on your page and just increase the engagement factor. What do people think of something like this? See, I'm already getting comments. People are going to interact with you when you do something like this. So this is a great way to increase your engagement with people. So that's just a couple ways. Find my other note here. And I won't do it on this one, but basically tag. Another idea is to do the comment thing, but then say, hey, I want to start a contest before you even start the contest. What you can do is say tag 2 of your friends or tag 5 of your friends here, and after I get 5 people tagging 5 people, that's 25 people are gonna come to your post. Then I'll give away a free pizza, or I'll give away a free piece of software. Again, that's just a great way to get people engaged and coming to your page or to your group post. So just a few ways that you can, free ways that you can use to engage with people. I've done very successfully and have shared that with people. What do you think of that, Jeff?
Those are great ideas. I mean, incentives work really well. It has me thinking, well, we should do more incentives like that as we're talking. So,
yeah, I mean, it's quick and it's easy. I mean, the tag feature is great. I didn't, you don't necessarily, you could do this and do the same thing with a boosted post for a few bucks, and again, you're getting comments, you're going to get people that see value in what you're doing, want to engage with you, do something fun. And another thing I learned is ask a question, or a quiz. Again, this is free. You don't need software for this, but ask, this is just an example. I mean, you can apply it to your business, however, but name the lead singer of so-and-so, just for an example. And so and then you could say every minute that I don't get a right answer, I will put the first letter or the first name or the last name, and just watch in about 20-30 minutes, everybody come to the page trying to answer that question. I mean, that's just an example, but that little trick.
I can say that,
really cool.
We did do something similar to that in the co-op. And
did you?
Well, yeah, I remember we were doing the category of the day.
Oh yeah, yes, I do remember that. I do remember that. That was awesome. Yeah,
and people, it turned into things that I don't want to deal with anymore. But basically, people flooded the comments with who they thought was the best in that field. And it was fun and it was exciting, and it happened because there was urgency. The contest was going to end.
Yeah.
So if you want to generate excitement around things, you might get an outcome that you don't expect, but that's the way it is. Yeah.
But it depends, on what you're wanting to achieve, and in that case, you got some negative results, but in general, if you put something out and you engage and you make it kind of put the fun factor in it, and kind of like I'm doing, and I've started a lot of new pages and have consulted with people, give away something, that's cheap. It could be, I've seen people do this and give away like a $10 PayPal. I'm going to send you money. Who doesn't want money? $10 straight to your PayPal. Whoever gets the right answer, or a Little Caesars pizza, that costs $5. Who doesn't like pizza, right? So, and you just call up your local Little Caesars and work something out, give them the name or get the gift card or whatever, and it costs you $5, but all of a sudden you've got 20, 30, new fans, new engagement that night, and do that couple, these things 2 or 3 times during the week, and watch your engagement grow. Number 2, watch your fan base grow, and you're going to get the viral factor, that I talk about. Watch these things go viral. When you do some of these things, again, they're free. Yes, you can boost these, for a few bucks, but you don't necessarily have to. So, yeah, those are just some free ways to do it. And then I'm going to show everybody some software. This is something I'm going to be releasing here, if I can find it. Too many things up here. I'll be releasing to the general public probably in the next month or 2, but wanted to share this with the co-op. First is, I can find my page. I can find my sales page with the info. But basically, this is a simple social survey. Simple survey, rather. And here's a couple examples. And a survey is a great way to, again, engage with people. What most people do is, they say opt-in. They throw up the usual opt-in page and hope they get some emails. And what a survey does, a couple things. A survey engages with people more, and it, you find out a lot of things about the people that enter your survey. So if you want to, find out things like, say, I think we talked about this the other day, Jeff, say, for an example, I could do a survey. We could put a post in the group saying, what sort of topics would you like to see, for the next couple of Co-op Tech Talks. And you could do a survey. Again, it's engaging. And then what you can do is, I'll show you here. Here's just an example of, let's see, let me do this one. And you could change these up. This looks like for some software. What's your budget? What would you expect from under 5K mentoring? And you type in, whatever your answer is. What would you prefer, one-on-one coaching or a community? Prefer one-on-one? Boom. So you ask 3 to 5 questions. You don't want to ask 10, 20. You want to keep it short and sweet. So what happened is you found out some things, say, for your consulting business or for your coaching business, for example. And then at the bottom here, you can say at the end, thanks for completing the survey. Enter your information for a free ebook, on a certain topic. And then boom, you can get a few extra email subscribers, by doing that. And again, using this on a fan page or in a group, and is a great way to find out more about your group or your fans and your audience, and collect some information and also build your email list.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea for social media, considering you don't really get access to the contact information for the people that are following you, and plus it gives you qualifying information, for the people that are there. So that's a pretty good tool.
So yeah, this is, go back to the beginning. This is I think it starts here. This is for a club, say for a nightclub. What's your favorite night party? Friday. I want to win a free entry this Friday. Let us know your favorite DJ. So again, thank you for your, so at the end, thank you for your feedback. Enter your details below to get your free entry ticket. So you just, maybe for an event, that you're doing, this is a great way to, give out some free tickets. The big thing is you're building an email list. So, I mean, you do this several times, different questions, and in a fan page or in a group, and you've got people to your event, and you've built up an email list both. So these are just a couple examples of some surveys that you can create. And this is really easy to use. Here's one for a pizza restaurant. And I'll just go in and show you just how easy. Here's one. I'll find the one I made so I can show you just how easy it is to use. This is what I did for a realtor example here. So very easy, kind of straightforward. You've got all kinds of templates that I have in here. So everything from restaurants to realtors to just about any sort of niche that you can use. And if you don't see something you like, I'll show you what I mean. You could just change the backgrounds. So you start out here and pick your template. Which I've already done. Let me go back. Find the realtor page here. So that's got that image in there now. And you're basically just go to your welcome page. Very easy to click and edit. You can change the, make it bold, your letters. You can change the colors. You can change the, I'll show you, you can change the image. I'll go to actually here, yeah, I'll show you this. This is cool because you can actually search for an image. So in this case, I want a realtor background. I want to just put in realtor. And look at all the images. These are all free. I'm just going to pick that one. Set as background. And I just changed that. So you can change the background. You could change the button. If you want to change that to, whatever, heart. You want to change it to say, enter the survey. You can change the, whatever you want the button to say. Hit the update. And then, yeah, you're basically just changing that. The next screen, you're putting in your questions, and you can do everything from single choice, multiple choice. You got all kinds of ways that you can do the questions. You can actually put a YouTube video in on each page, each question, and ask the questions. Just real quick, just shoot yourself. Take 20 seconds a question, and on each page you can actually engage with your audience that way. Instead of the usual question, you can use video. And what's really cool about this software, I think it's cool, but this is what really sets it apart. Is this part here? Is you can take people whatever direction you want. So if I say, for instance, do I like dogs or cats, for instance? And so if I say dog, you can then send them to whatever question page you want. So again, back to the targeting. So if I then want to target dog owners, I can then ask 2 or 3 more questions just about dogs. And then what's cool is then you can then send them an offer, because it connects with Aweber and different newsletter softwares like that. Autoresponder, couldn't think of the word autoresponder. Different autoresponders, you can send them a different offer for a dog owner, than you would a cat owner. So if someone says cat, I like cats, and you ask them, what do you feed your cat, for example, or what toys do you get for your cat? And then at the end, you send them an offer, that's related to a cat. So it segments your audience. So just think about all the different ways that you can use this and target. For a realtor, if you put in a question that, for example, you put in that your budget is between, say 200 and 300,000, and guess what? At the end, you could send them offers, or send them houses rather. Say what's out on the market. Send them pictures. Send them all the information on houses that fit that criteria. So you can think of all the different ways that you can target your audience that way. So, and then you can share it out. You can do a couple cool things. You can just take the link and post it. And there's ways that you can put in an image that pops up on the post that really stands out. You can do that. You could put it as a pop-up, so you can actually use it instead of the usual pop-up that people do, that I still use, but instead of the usual pop-up that you see on sites, you can have a survey pop-up on your website. Say, take the, and they can get out of it, but take the short survey, to get something free, and then boom, they ask, you ask 3 or 4 questions, you collect their email, and you've done that all on their website. So that's one way you could use it. You could put it as a widget on your website, so you can embed it directly on your page, and then you could also just print it out. If you come up with a 5 to 10 questionnaire, you can actually print it out and do it offline at an event. If you want to come up with a cool survey and then pass them out, something you could say, I could come up with the survey and pass it out the next co-op event, the paper version of it. So all kinds of ways that you can use this to, number 1, engage, and 2, collect emails, and then kind of go from there. So what I'm going to do, if I can find the page here, let me just put it in the chat here. Let me find the URL. I'm going to give everybody that is seeing this either live or on the replay till Sunday, basically 50% off. I'll find the link here. If anybody has questions on any of this, feel free now or get a hold of me. All right, I'm going to put the link in here so that everybody should see that. You guys go to this link. It's taking a while to load, apparently, but there it is. It's Simple Social Surveys is the name of that.
So there was a question, Doug. How is the survey system different from SurveyMonkey, which is free?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Is a lot of them.
SurveyMonkey.
I've seen some softwares. Yeah, I've seen some free ones, but the free ones tend to a couple things. Free ones only give you a certain number of subscribers, like SurveyMonkey or some of the other free ones. So, say maybe it's 50 or 100. So you can only do it to a certain amount. Then they charge you. So that's number one. Number two, I've never seen anything free that has the feature where you can send people a different direction. So you can target people and send separate offers based on how they answer the questions. That's something I haven't seen in most software, unless something's out there that you're seeing this and want to share with me. So hopefully that answers.
I think she means SurveyMonkey. She typed
yeah, that's the one. I couldn't think of.
Yeah,
I think MailChimp. I knew it was something with a chimpanzee or an ape. But yeah, that's a popular one. So yeah, I'm going to have this for about 4 days. You can see it's going to count down, and just some of the features to recap here. Mentioned you can set up different questions depending on and send people, however you want to send them, depending on the answers. It's response based giveaway system. So again, you can give away things, based on the answers. It's got 25 ready to go survey templates. So if you don't want to come up with something, there's all kinds, from some hair salons to realtors to all of them that have the questions and the answers, so you don't have to even take the time to come up with the questions and the answers. And then again, for a video, that's hot. You can actually do video surveys, which are really cool. And as I showed you, it's easy to use, the 4 steps basically, and basically 5-10 minutes, you can have a survey up and having it out. And so $57 setup fee and $19 a month. And again, this is half of what I'll be charging the public, and have that till Sunday at midnight for everybody in the co-op.
Yeah, and let me just stress there's low cost options that are out there. There's a ton of software systems that are out there. Again, having people there to help you get things set up is invaluable. That way you lose that banging your head against the wall step. And you benefit from the experience that's helping you. So, I hope this is something that you guys appreciated, and we're going to continue doing these things. And this is just a way to say, look, support us with, with the things that we put out there, and the people that we put in front of you. And, this looks like a fantastic piece of software. Something that I might even consider doing right now. So anyway, just wanted to kind of put that out there. Make sure you take advantage of this deal, because it's a good one.
Yeah, we'll have to come up with some good questions and answers maybe for the next event. Some ways to engage, and maybe I think we maybe talked about this or mentioned. I think I mentioned this on Coffee Talk.
I like the pizza, man.
Yeah,
I like pizza deals.
Or what kind of topic or speaker would you like to see?
Yeah,
next coffee event. What sort of thing, engage that way with people.
You give pizzas away every day. That'd be fun.
Yeah, heck, $5 little Caesar's pizzas. You can't beat that for cost, right? That's a good cost per lead. Whatever that ends up, you get 20, 30 people, in a night just making a post for a free pizza.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
We
want to feed the western suburbs over the next 2 months.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, hopefully everybody found some value out of, you've got some free methods that I've shown you. You've got some ideas from the discussion, from the topic and the presentation. And if you want to pick up the software, you can. If not, that's fine too. If you want to just email me or message me with any questions, on this topic. I'm thinking about maybe doing maybe the next one or here in the future, just a tech talk on contests, quizzes, and surveys. I think it's kind of hot now, with regards, especially, not only social media, but just internet, marketing in general, and just, what kind of questions to ask, where to put the questions, how to engage correctly. Those are some things that we can do. But yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, make sure you take advantage of this. It's 1:00, so you guys got to get back to work, and so do I.
Yeah. We've done pretty good. I think we've kept this to exactly 1 hour the last 2 or 3 times.
Yep.
The last 2 times we've done it. This is the 3rd one. So
awesome.
Let everybody get back. The 1:00 bell is rung, and appreciate everyone's time. And again, if anybody's got any questions, just get in touch with me. And we putting the replay out here probably by the end of the day at the very least. So everybody can get a replay. If you want to go back and see any of the points, you can do so. So appreciate it, and we'll talk to everybody again soon. All
Take care, everyone.
right, thanks a lot.